So I'm on the blocks with the mindset like, you know what, I want to do this. This is my race. I want to do the best that I can. The gun goes off, and 5 steps out, I feel something that happens in my leg, like just kind of like a popping noise. Yes, a popping noise. Oh, and I'm on the ground. Like that's all I remember. Like
you're like running and boom.
Yeah, pretty much like it pops. I take another step and I'm on the ground.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys, welcome back to Bold. I'm Isabel. Please excuse my voice, but I'm so excited that we're back for season 4, baby. And for episode 1, we have Andrew Law. In this episode of Bold, we talk to Andrew Law, a nursing student and a track and field athlete. We talk about what it's like to really be a college athlete and also about his potential career-ending injury. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on YouTube and Instagram at Max Studio UST to stay in the loop and get a behind-the-scenes sneak peek at everything that we're working on. Now, let's jump into this episode of Bold with Andrew Law. Roll intro. Andrew, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm so happy you're here.
It's amazing I'm here. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah?
It's a great opportunity for me. I never thought I would be here.
Oh, I'm so glad. Give us a little intro. Tell us about yourself.
So my name is Andrew Law. I go to, obviously, the University of St. Thomas. I run track and field here as a sprinter. I run the 400 and the 200 and sometimes the relays in between. I'm also studying nursing here, so quite the big, like the hard path.
Wow.
If you would call it that.
Track and nursing. That's
Yes,
a lot.
It is a lot.
How is that?
Oh, it's stressful. I mean, one, I have to be on top of my game at practice, like going to practice every morning from, whether it be 6 to 9 or 7 to 10, and then getting back to my classes after I take a shower because I just need that quick break. And then, getting all that homework done, all the work all the studying and prep that needs to be done for like all the tests and quizzes that come up. I mean, my days are completely full.
Yeah. And like, that's huge that you do track. How is that? Like, do you like it?
I love it. It's one big thing that for me was like, I wanted this to be like high school in the sense of like, I wanted a second family again.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely is a second family. It's amazing. I love him.
Well, good. I'm so glad. That's awesome. So I grew up playing sports. I did actually wrestling in high school. And like looking at like a college athlete or like even thinking about that was like huge. Like you're like, dang, if you play like your sport in college, like you've made it. Like you're literally like it, right?
Right.
Is that the case? Like
that is definitely the case for
really?
me.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, I never thought I would be a collegiate athlete. I always dreamed of like, man, I'm pretty good. Like I'm above average. I always looked at everybody's college times, especially for track. You want to look at people's times to see if you're on top of them or if you're matching them. Yeah. So for me, it's like, wow, I'm actually running for a college. That's pretty awesome. Like it was definitely a surprise to me when St. Thomas was like, hey, you can come run for us. That's like, I was like, I made it. Like I am on top of it. Like I finally made it.
Nice. That's awesome. So you are living the dream. I
am living the dream.
Oh, good. That's awesome. Okay. And then how has your experience been at USC?
It's amazing. My coaches to me have been just amazing. They're always there when I need help, or they really do pay attention, because sometimes like in high school, like your early years, you just want to start a sport. Let's say you just start a sport. I mean, the coaches are not going to be focusing on like the freshmen, sophomores, because they don't know if they're going to drop out or they don't know if they have any potential. But these coaches at St. Thomas, Coach Wright, Coach Mares, Coach Donor, they focus on every athlete at every level, which is really encouraging, because you could be the worst runner and they will still like help you become the best runner. It's not like they're going to give up on you. They will put as much focus as they do on the best runner as they do in the worst runner, which is really, I mean, you don't see that a lot, like especially in like high school, middle school. Like, so like, I mean, that was a fear for me. Like, will they give me enough commitment as they do other people? and they do, which is really, that made me really happy.
Yeah, that's like really reassuring.
It is reassuring, for sure.
So you always did track growing up?
I did not, actually.
Really?
No, it did not. I grew up playing a lot of sports. Tennis was one. I played basketball a little bit, got peer pressured into playing soccer in middle school.
Okay.
But the one thing was for sure was that I was faster than all of them. Like, I was definitely quicker than all of them. And if I wasn't, then I was going to be. Like, I wanted to dedicate myself to be faster than all of them. I don't know why. It was just like that mindset of like, in elementary school, you just have to be the fastest runner, You have to you have to run away the fastest.
The cool kids were like the fastest kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wanted to be the fastest. I wanted to be the coolest. So here I am putting myself out there. So I didn't start track until high school, my freshman year. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, I am quick and that is it. But throughout the 4 years, I've become a better runner, being focused on how to run. There's so much that goes into running that I didn't even know about. And it's like, what kind of sport am I getting into? This is more technical than it needs to be.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then how did you come to UST?
So going into my senior year, everything was prepared. I was running good times for the team. We broke at least 3 school records, at least. So, and then we broke them again, like throughout the meets. Yeah. So we broke them again, first meet. Then we broke them again the next meet, and again and again and again.
You were crushing it.
We were crushing it. We were breaking our own records.
Nice, dang.
And so for me, I was on top of my game. And then the district meet comes, or the one after that, and we're lining up for the 4x4, the last race of the day. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good, and I'm the first leg. So I'm on the blocks. Baton is in my hand. I was ready. The rest of the guys were like, Andrew, they were tired. It was really funny. They were tired from all their races. They're like, Andrew, you don't have to run this. I just want to break. Like, I'm done. I just want to go home.
They didn't want to do the 4x4.
They did not want to do the 4x4. No one does.
Oh, because isn't it the last one?
It is the last one. It's the hardest one.
Yikes.
It's the hardest one. But it definitely gets the crowd going. It's definitely one of the fun ones as well. Anyways, so I'm on the blocks with the mindset of like, you know what, I want to do this. This is my race. I want to do the best that I can. The gun goes off, and 5 steps out, I feel something that happens in my leg, like just kind of like a popping noise. Yes, a popping noise. Oh, and I'm on the ground. Like, that's all I remember. Like, you're like running and boom? Yeah, pretty much like it pops, I take another step, and I'm on the ground.
Oh my goodness.
It is weird. It was weird. So I'm on the floor, and I can't feel my left leg. They evaluate me. They're like, I think you tore your Achilles. Big shocking moment. Like, for sure that's not true. Like, that can't be true. And then through their little tests, they found that I did. And to me, I was like, it wasn't a big shocking moment. It was really calming, actually, to see my life would just kind of slow down. Like I did at that moment, I was trusting in God, essentially, like that He would take me where He wants me to go. It was really like at that moment, everything would just like come back to me. Like in a movie sense, like everything just whoosh, like back to you. And you're just sitting there. I'm sitting on like this little, what we called like the gator trucks, those green trucks. Yeah. And they're like, you tore your Achilles. And then everything's kind of like fading. Like, everything's kind of fading. And you're just stuck in your mind like, I just tore my Achilles. Like, what does that mean for the rest of my life?
Yeah, because this is your senior year, correct?
Yes, this is my senior year.
You wanted to play?
I wanted to run I wanted to run for college. So that was a big deal for me. It's like, okay, what am I going to do? And the recovery that I was told was like, 9 months to like a year and a half. So a big, big perspective for that. And one of my coaches, Coach Wright, was just like, he texted me after my coach got in contact with a lot of other schools. He's like, hey, Andrew, we'd like you to run for University of St. Thomas. I was like, you know what? I've never heard of this school, but let me search it up. So then I search it up. I'm talking to him. and he's like very into like me joining
Yeah.
and I was like, I've never got like so much like focus in my life. Like I didn't think I was that good.
But does he know you tore your Achilles heel?
He did not know that. He did not know that.
Did you tell him?
I said I'm interested, and then I told like I was asking I wanted guidance for this. I was like, I was asking my mom,
should I tell him or no?
Should I tell him? It's like, is this gonna ruin my way to get in?
Oh my goodness.
And then it was very stressful. It was like a whole week I was waiting, like, should I text him that I just tore my Achilles like not even 2 weeks ago or whatever? And so I finally got the mindset, like, they're gonna find out anyways. So I texted him, hey, I just tore my Achilles. I don't know what you want me to do about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no worries. We'll just see you at school for the team meeting and stuff like that.
What? Because that's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like any other coach would be like, oh no, because that's like.
But the timing is really good because 9 months started at the beginning of summer.
Okay. And
so that timing goes into like February, March, April, May, somewhere in like the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. And so that's when like the outdoor season starts. And so I actually got to run last year because the timing worked out pretty well. Nice.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. That's awesome for Coach Wright.
Yeah,
dang.
Yeah. So
shout out Coach Wright.
Yeah, for sure. Because he saw my times go down, down, down.
Yeah.
And this was like long recovery. Like, it made me proud. And I was always discouraged because my times were like to me horrible because they're not even close to what I used to get. And Coach Wright was really encouraging. He was like, Andrew, you literally tore your Achilles. Like that's more rare than getting struck by lightning. And so he was like really encouraging to me. He's like, it doesn't matter about these times. It matters about like, did you have growth here? Mm-hmm. Did you focus on your form here? Did you focus on like did you focus on yourself here?
Yeah.
And I didn't think of it that way. I was always focused on, I need to make these times. I need to make these times. Like that's what I thought. I need to beat these people. I need to be on top of my game. And that mindset totally changed to a slower pace. Like, did I do these small things well? And then I started focusing on those, and I did. And I thought, wow, my change of mindset that changed me, like, essentially.
Really?
It did.
How so?
Like take smaller steps. Like, am I doing these small things right? Because it's the small things that lead into the big things. Our lives aren't changed by these exponential big things. Those big moments happen 1, 2, 3 times at best. Mm-hmm. It's the small things that you do, right?
How was it like when Coach Wright took a chance on you? Like, how did you feel? Were you like anxious? Were you like, I don't want to let him down? Or were you like, no, I got this? How was that like?
I was like, man, I don't want to let this guy down. He's been too kind to me. I remember visiting the school. I was in a scooter, like a little scooter for my leg. And I'm like, man, there's no way this guy really wants me. Like, does he see me like I'm in a scooter right now?
I can't even walk. Yeah. How does he want me to run?
But I mean, it was really, I mean, he took a chance on me and I wanted to give him back 100%. Like what he gave the chance to me. So I'm going to give him literally like my all, like no one else would. So, but he did. So of course I'm going to give him my all. Like I have to, I feel a need to. And also, throughout last year, he's been really encouraging and committed to making me a better runner so much that I just I feel a need to give back to him, and I want to. Mm-hmm. So,
did you ever get your time back to how it was in high school? Or you're
no,
getting
I did
there?
not. Hopefully this year this season's gonna be it.
Yeah,
this season's gonna be it. But I did do really well last season. Knowing
the circumstances.
With the circumstances. Yeah. So it's like, well, I did really well for that season.
Good, awesome. And so what Coach Wright has given to you, how does that impact the way you live your life and your outlook?
Yeah. He keeps on telling me to slow down. It's like that's so reverse of what track and field is all about. Andrew, you need to take a break, man. You need to look at the bigger perspective. Take a step back and just to slow down and realize, there's tons of things that I do habitually that I need to stop doing, or that I need to fix it for the better. To like prune yourself, essentially. Like, I need to cut this off from my life so that other things can grow, so that I can do other things.
That's so good. I love that so much. And that's so awesome that like your track coach taught you that. Like, he's like teaching you like how to live your life and like mentality rather than just like just track and field.
Right. It's definitely more than just, it is. Man, he's a coach of everything. Literally like a life coach. You know, I was about to go up to the office like even today, just like, hey coach, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I need some guidance here. He coaches like everything from track and field to, oh, I need to do better in school, and everything in between. And there's no shame in that, and he takes full pride and commitment into that. I mean, that's a job a coach has, like the bigger job that the coach has. It's about the students. It's not about just the sport. I think he really took that into play.
Nice.
That was a pun. That was funny.
That was good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to add about your story? UST, track and field?
There's just like this sense of redemption there. I think it was really fascinating. Like, from almost like, I didn't know what I was going to do. Like, I didn't expect to make it to that point in college. We're just like, am I going to actually go to college?
Really? You didn't think you were going to go to college?
No, I did not. So I actually wanted to be an Air Force pilot. You know, the application for the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, it is like rigorous. It is, they pick the best of the best. And I was not there. And I got a letter back from one of the senators saying like, we had a lot of candidates this year, yada, yada, yada. You did not make it.
Oof.
And I was like, well, that got shot down.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do?
This was like your senior year?
This
or
was
like
junior year.
Junior year? Okay.
So I was like focusing on like, you know, I want to do something.
Yeah.
I guess I do want to go to college. But the sense of like, I mean, not a lot of kids think about college in their junior years. I was so focused on what's happening in high school.
Yeah, you're like, I have 2 more years. Like,
right,
we'll worry about
as
that
one
later.
does, they're focused on high school. So I never thought like, oh, college is so far away. I don't really need to think about that. Like, I don't think I'll ever make it to that point. Like, even now, it's like, I don't even think, sometimes I have like the like, I guess like this temptation to think like, man, I'm not going to make it out of college, or I'm not going to make it into like real life. And, but it is weird for the sense of like, you're so focused on now that you're not focused on then.
That's so interesting you have that mentality, because I'm the complete opposite.
Really?
Like, I have like my whole like 20 years of my life planned out.
Wow.
Like, I'm going to graduate, and then I'm going to do this, and then this, and then I'm going to have kids, and I'm going to be married. But like,
yeah.
I'm like, have that mentality.
That's awesome. Like, that's a great mentality.
But it's like, I'm not like you, and I'm not like in the present. I'm like thinking about what's next, and so like, I admire that about you.
No, I admire that about you, because it's like, I'm so focused on now that it's like, when am I ever going to focus on then? Like, of course, I mean, I want to have these things in life. Like, I want to be married. I want to have kids. But like, I think of things like, I overthink of like things too realistically, in the sense of like, you know, am I ever going to get there? Like, will I have enough money to get there? And this is the whole like thing that comes back to me. It's like, well, I really need to like trust in the Lord. Like, because like, I mean, I literally tore my Achilles. I need to go back and trust that, you know, for the better, my life is not in my own hands. Like, if my life was under my own hands, man, I'd be a shipwreck. Like, I'd be a burning bridge by now. I'd be a mess, a hot mess. But, you know, having that confidence that, you know, the Lord is in control, and I just need to follow the Lord and trust that my life will follow His will. Yeah.
And I think that like our two mentalities like come together in that, like with like just like same thing, like, because I'm like, I have this whole plan, but like God might have another plan for me, and I just need to be open to that, you know? Right. So it's like, whatever mentality you have, you know, you just trust the God, Lord.
Right. For me, it's like, you know what? It's all in God's hands. I'll just get there when I get there. Which, I mean, that's a good mentality, but then again, it's like, well, you're not really trusting in the Lord, because it's like you're just saying these things to make up for to make up for your life essentially. But we do have to focus on like, actually this is true for me. Like this is true for me. I can't just say it. Like it is true that
it's easier to say than do. You actually have to like put in that work.
Exactly. And that's the hardest part.
And how are you doing that?
How am I doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I mean, it comes up, it occurs daily, like having to trust in the Lord. The same God who made the promise of that he would send his son to die still keeps his promises even today. And so we can trust in that, God keeps all of his promises, and he keeps his people.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? Well, finishing off nursing school, I think that I need to focus on that. That's one thing I need to slow down and really pay attention to. Almost just a recap of what last year happened. I'm focusing on my school life, and I'm focusing on my track life, and those group together really well because they're all here.
Nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you this season and this year. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Stay bold, my friends.